theme song.
Very good job.
Yeah, it's like, it's a style. It's called minimalism.
Yeah.
Beethoven was very famous for it.
I like that. He quite was. A lot of his music was very simple, but anyhow. Yeah, no, that's actually the intro this week. So, welcome everybody to episode 22 of Bonus Features with Alex and Robert.
Yeah, this will be our second episode that has 2 digits that are the same.
That's true, actually.
Episode 11, episode 22.
Yes, unless you count episode 00, which was a couple years ago.
No, we're not a member of a 1990s basketball team.
Right. Right. Speaking of sports.
Those jerseys were always awesome, though. They kind of were a cool thing to have.
Oh, yeah.
The 00.
The double aughts.
The double aughts.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of sports, did you catch anything recently?
Let's see.
Did you catch the Hall of Fame game? Or anything Hall of Fame related?
I was sort of... I watched some of the Hall of Fame game, and I was like, this is boring, so I kind of just stopped paying attention. We lost by 1 point.
Yeah, well...
I mean, but who cares? There's no indication of the season whatsoever.
It was their 2s versus our 2s, and
yeah, it's like...
whatever.
Do you remember that one time the Bears and the Packers played a few years ago? Everyone was hurt. Both starting quarterbacks and, a number of starters on each side, and I was just thinking, yeah, when we won, it was like, our B squad's better than your B squad.
Right.
Or C squad in some case. Like, it was just like a lot of players... It was like an insane amount of players injured.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, kind of like what else is new? Just like last season.
Yeah, but hey, at least Burlacher, he's a Hall of Fame player now.
Burlacher.
Yeah, man. God damn it. I'm so glad. I'm so happy for him. His speech was pretty good. Probably the most well spoken I've ever seen him be.
Like he actually tried to say more than because that's what I was imagining his Hall of Fame speech. It's like, and now Brian Urlacher will make his way to the podium.
Right.
Thanks. Just leaves.
It's like Alfred Hitchcock's acceptance speech from the Oscars. Thank you. Leaves.
Is that what he did?
Well, the bastard never won an actual Oscar. He won an honorary life achievement Oscar, and that's what he said.
You know what? I like it.
You know what? Throwing a little shade at the Academy.
I like it.
Take it. But yeah, as far as sports, that was all that really happened. The Cubs have been fine.
Let's see.
Anything new in the world of beating people?
Oh, hold on. We got to make an unfortunate announcement while on the subject of sports.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, legendary Blackhawk Stan Mikita.
Yeah, that really sucks. I mean, him, Bobby Hull, Jeremy Roenick, Chelios, they're like the Mount They're like the Mount Rushmore of like pre 2010s Hawks, and that losing Stan Mikita that's a big blow.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
He pioneered the curved stick, man. Him and Bobby Hull.
That's a crazy thing is there weren't curved sticks. You know how much that changed the game?
Yeah.
You know how many people wouldn't have gotten the puck in the face without those?
Oh yeah.
It made the game more interesting. It really did.
Oh hell yeah! I mean,
it also made goaltenders actually have to learn how to stop pucks, and stuff like that.
Right. But yeah, it's a big blow, and I know Blackhawks Nation is pretty upset. But yeah, he's a good guy.
But yeah, again, rest in peace, Stan Mikita. Thanks for all your hard work helping establish the Hawks.
Had some killer donuts too. Let's be honest.
That's right. You had some killer donuts in Wayne's World.
Right. But anyway, we got ourselves a little bit more of a better announcement, right? In terms of the MMA field.
What do you mean?
Oh, the certain fight that's approaching.
Oh, fucking hell. Jeez. Wow, what a fool I've been. Nothing's going on in sports. People, stop what you're doing.
Right.
Conor McGregor, who got a really tiny slap on the wrist, he's out of jail or whatever trouble.
Right.
He's going to fight Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Oh, yeah.
It's happening, people. What is it? It's October something.
Oh, yeah. Coming up soon. It's going to be the fight of the year, to say the least.
Look that shit up. People, this fight is going to be insane. It's the fight we've all been looking for. The grappler, Khabib, and the striker, Conor, are going to finally face off after all this talk, because that's the one thing that happens a lot in boxing. You want these fights to happen, and sometimes they just don't. Such as, I think I mentioned it on here, Wilder Joshua, they're having trouble getting that one going. I thought it was gonna happen. But this is actually gonna happen. The Conor Khabib fight is going down. When is it going down?
October 6th.
October
Saturday,
6th on Saturday. So buy pay-per-view.
Go to your bar.
Watch this one. It's gonna be a barn burn. It's gonna be a good one.
Yes.
God damn, I'm so excited. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably also the biggest MMA news we've had in a while.
Yes, without a doubt. People are saying it's gonna. I think some of the pundits are a little overzealous, saying it's gonna be the fight of the century or whatever. It's like it's gonna be really good, but let's not go too overboard.
Right.
It's no Iceman versus Rampage Jackson.
Oh, geez. That would be... Oh, man. If we could only have another one of those.
Well, they're a bit old. Well, it's funny you mention that. We are getting on what's it? Golden Boy Promotions or something. Mm-hmm. I can't remember who, but they're on a not UFC and not Bellator. We're getting Chuck Tito Ortiz 3.
Oh, man.
They're both so old, like...
How old is Chuck Liddell now?
I think he's 40. He's 40 something. He's like 46.
God.
Correction, he's 48. Yeah, it's crazy that he's gonna get back in the octagon. But everyone's saying that's gonna be bad. But at the end of the day, no one's gonna not watch it because you could be like, oh, it's gonna be a shitty fight. It's like, and you're telling me you're gonna skip it? Well,
right. Oh man.
Yeah, so that's happening.
Yeah, we've got some events in Fightingdom.
Fightingdom, and let's see, baseball is just it's baseball.
Baseball's baseball.
It's going to be on until September at least.
Yeah, October actually.
October.
They're not going till November anymore. They started early this year.
Okay,
but we got football rearing up here.
Yeah, we're getting close.
But anyway, that does it for sports.
My pick for the Super Bowl, and it's the Rams.
Really?
Nah, I don't fucking know.
I was gonna say I feel that pick a little bit. They're a pretty goddamn good team, and I don't know how good New England's gonna be this year.
Yeah, whatever. All right, so that does it. For
sports. Yes.
So welcome again to episode 22. Let's get started with the news. So we start off with a follow up to a story last time. Mm-hmm. We cued you folks into what's going on at MoviePass about some blackouts on big releases, and what the hell is the other thing? A price hike. Well, it turns out, guys, the price hike is no more. The blackouts are no more. But they're limiting you, or a customer, to only 3 movies per month. Mm-hmm. So, your thoughts on this, Robert? What do you think?
I think it goes to show kind of just how desperate things are getting for them. And a lot of people see this as like, oh, they're listening to our... they're listening to the consumer. Wow, what a good move as a business. I see this as like, no, I don't think they can afford to not listen. It's like things feel a little bit too financially dire for them to be like, fuck them, we just want to make more money. Yeah. So they dropped the price hike. They stopped, but they did the whole 3 movies a month thing, which is just, that's so sad.
Well, it's weird because... their excuse is, data shows that most people only see 3 movies a month. And I think that's sort of a valid excuse, I guess. But it just depends on the week. For instance, I know I keep harkening back to March, but there were certain weeks where I saw 2 or 3, not 3, but I certainly saw 2 movies at least. Mm-hmm. And it varies greatly throughout the schedule.
Yeah.
Like, MoviePass would be effective for, let's say, like, August and September.
Yeah. Or even summer, or like May, I think would be a great month for, MoviePass.
I don't know about that. Mays can be crowded.
Oh, yeah, no, I get what you mean. Like, 3 per month is like a good...
Is enough.
Yeah, maybe this May.
Yeah, this May was... but that's what I'm saying. It depends on the month. Mm-hmm. So, I think 3 a week is... plenty, although again you are paying more for that. That's $20 a month for the 3 movies a week. Again, that's if you're doing AMC stubs.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if you do the math, if you see a ton of movies, go for it. But it wouldn't always be cost effective depending on the month for either MoviePass or AMC stubs. Mm-hmm.
So I guess they're still doing the 3 free tickets. So you can keep seeing movies if you want to see another movie, beyond that in the same month period. It's just that instead of getting it for free, you're only going to get it with $5 off the ticket, which is still not horrible. Like that's
for MoviePass.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's okay. Like it's decent. It's not free. $5 off is what is that, like quarter off, 33% off its movie ticket ish.
Well, yeah, I'd say movie tickets they range from what
10 to 15, 12 to 15.
I would say 10. Where are you going, man? I want to go to this theater. I'd say it's about 12 to 15.
Yeah, around there.
Or if you go to these awful new theaters that don't deserve to be in business, that charge $22 a ticket.
Oh, like AMC, like the AMC High Life Theater, where they have like the fucking waiters and shit.
I mean, but all of them are like that. All the AMCs are.
Yeah.
I'm talking about there's this other company that's like, well, we can make you feel even lazier and more pampered. I don't know what they're called, but one opened up in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah, talking about...
It's at Old Orchard.
Oh.
I refuse to set foot in that fucking place.
I thought you were talking about the Hollywood Boulevard and Hollywood Palms theaters.
No, but I swear to God, it was like $22.
Mm-hmm. That's like somewhere you go, like, on a date or like, for a birthday, Like you take your kid there.
It's just like, why would you? I'd rather just go to an IMAX if I'm going to pay that much.
Oh man, that was what I was going to say is like the only time I'd ever pay like upwards of like, I think it's like 18. Well, last I checked, it was like 18 or $20 for IMAX. Like, and that better be fucking actual IMAX. Like that better be Navy Pier ass, like huge 3-story screen IMAX. Because like I'm not paying like extra money for like, well, it's kind of big. I mean, it's a little bit big. It's like, fuck you. I want the big fucking thing.
No, I hear you, but don't worry. The movie back to what's it called? MoviePass.
Yeah,
they've got some aces up their sleeve.
Oh boy.
One is a modern Bruce Willis movie, and based on Gotti, that seems like a bold move, Cotton.
Yeah, we'll see.
Bold strategy.
Yeah, we'll see how it pans out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. It's weird. I actually didn't know, because there's sort of a controversy around Gotti. Like, MoviePass, I guess, was sort of pissed off or something that Gotti got such shitty reviews. But then, like, other people were like, you co-financed American Animals, which did fine. And it's just, what a mess this company is. It just sucks. And
I can sort of understand where they're coming from, because it does seem like critics just gang up. Like, a lot of them, I mean, I'm not saying for everyone to just go against the grain and constantly be a contrarian, but I feel like there is this weird push where people all just kind of gang up on things.
Yeah, it's starting to feel like
whether it's praise or criticism.
Yeah, I guess the story follows a man who loses 10 minutes of his memory due to being hit by a stray bullet during a bank heist gone wrong. He has to put the pieces of his broken memory back together in order to find out who sabotaged the job, took all the money, all while being pursued by a powerful crime boss hell-bent on recovering the cash. Willis plays the pissed-off crime boss, so I guess he's the villain, essentially.
Yeah, and
this sounds like one of those shitty, like, direct-to-DVD
like Marauders. That was one of that's easily one of the worst movies I've seen in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it's just like sounds like a discount action movie. Like,
is it weird that I'm imagining how cheap the cinematography looks? Like,
oh yeah,
I'm imagining like the editing. I'm imagining everything being bad in my head, just based on a synopsis.
Right, and it doesn't really sound really sound good.
So MoviePass is having some troubles, but man, I've been weary of them, but I can't help but agree with people's weariness.
Yeah, I mean they sound like, again, I look at this and I'm like, I don't watch Shark Tank much, but if this were Shark Tank, I'd be like, how are you guys gonna make money?
Yeah. Maybe they should have gone on, took a good berating.
Yeah, from Mark Cuban and such.
Mark Cuban, Kevin, is that his name?
The bald guy?
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
Whatever. The FUBU guy, the QVC lady? Is that what she's on?
QVC lady.
QVC lady. They should all just given him an earful.
Yeah. Oh, man. Would have been good.
Yeah.
But speaking of other stories that we're following up on.
Oh, yeah.
It seems as though Cowboy Ninja Viking and the powers that be, it seems that they listened to our podcast last week because they just pulled this movie from their release calendar.
Well, I really doubt they heard it, but
me too.
But
man, oh man,
I heard about this.
It was kind of like literally the week after we got news about Priyanka Chopra.
Yeah,
they're like, nope, mulligan.
oh, you looking for some new faces that you don't see all the time? Well, too bad.
I just love the Wikipedia article for it, or the Wikipedia page for it. It says on July 30th, 2018, it's been confirmed that Priyanka Chopra is playing the lead role against Chris Pratt in the film. The film is set to release on June 28th, 2019. On August 7th, 2018, the film was pulled from its release calendar.
Wow.
It's just the movie's going to come out here. Actually, no, fuck you.
Yeah, I kind of got that vibe.
Dude.
You know what's also kind of the shame of it?
What?
Can what's her name? Michelle McLaren?
Can she catch a break?
Yeah, seriously, can she catch a break? Man.
I mean, man, she dodged a bullet with Wonder Woman.
What?
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, we weren't the biggest fans of what this movie was eventually probably going to be. And it could have been good.
Who the hell knows if her Wonder Woman could have been good too? I mean, it turned out fine, but
yeah, I'm never gonna be a champion of a movie never getting made or anything like that. Or the movie has a right to be made. I just also have a right to be a little bit what's the word? Suspicious of its quality. From the get go. And I don't know. I didn't want it to not happen.
Well, I feel like this happens all the time. You mean an indie comic movie got delayed or didn't happen? What a shock.
Oh, man.
I'm still sitting here thinking, wow, they just started production on Bloodshot? Really?
Yeah,
is that actually happening?
Right.
It's just a lot of secrets and lies. And we'll get back to that concept.
Oh, Jesus.
With comic book movies a little bit later. So that does it. I guess Cowboy Ninja Alien, or goddamn, why do I?
Now there's a fucking comic book, Cowboy Ninja Alien. Let's fucking go.
It's because I always say they should make a movie that'd be the most generic action movie of all time, or most generic. What's it called? Blockbuster film. It would be called Laser Ninja Aliens. So every time I see this movie, Cowboy Ninja Viking, I keep thinking it's Alien. In fact, I wrote down Alien on the notes, didn't I?
I don't know. Did you?
Yeah, I totally wrote Alien.
Cowboys versus Aliens. Remember that fucking movie? Cowboys and Aliens.
Also based off a not that good comic
and a not that good movie. John Favreau.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, and then he made Iron Man, so it's all good.
Yeah, it sure is.
Or did that come after? Fuck, I don't know.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
We'll scrub it from his record because he's got plenty of decent films.
That's right. He was also the Doctor in Elf.
You know what?
And he directed Elf. He directed Elf, all right?
You know what?
All is forgiven.
Now there's a fucking question. What's better, Elf or Iron Man?
Oh, man, do I have to say? Because
I pick Elf.
I kind of like Elf just a little bit better if I have to choose.
I mean, because it's it's probably in the top 3 Christmas movies ever.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Whereas Iron Man is close, but I don't know. I like
Iron Man, but I can think of
a couple other good comic book movies.
I can think of at least 4 or 5 in the MCU I like better. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so that does it. Cowboy Ninja Viking Alien, whatever the hell it's called.
Right.
Sorry, Cowboy Ninja Viking has been delayed indefinitely. All right. So now we move on. Oh boy. So they got a Sandlot prequel in the works.
Oh?
No. Just no.
Oh, man.
And to this I have to say a few words in a pre-recorded message that we might use from time to time when it comes to sequels, prequels, reboots, and redos, and just unnecessary extra installments. I just don't understand why they'd want to do a
prequel
for
The Sandlot.
I mean, some characters such as
Hamilton Porter,
just can't be played by anyone else. In fact,
Patrick Renna
is really the only person who could play the role of
Hamilton Porter.
Why can't they just leave
The Sandlot
alone? It was fine the way it was, and we don't need any more, especially if they can't recapture the same magic. Man, what is the world coming to? A Sandlot prequel.
Yeah.
It's said to be about the Beast.
I thought we already saw that story.
Yeah, forever. We know his backstory. We don't need more. God, I just hope there aren't any more of these newfangled crazy sequels or any prequels or reboots.
Oh, well, we got 2 more. We got a 24 prequel in the works and an Alf reboot coming up, so better get those tapes ready.
Okay, let's hit the tapes. I just don't understand why they'd want to do a
prequel
for
24.
I mean, some characters such as
Jack Bauer,
just can't be played by anyone else. In fact,
Kiefer Sutherland,
is really the only person who could play the role of
Jack Bauer.
Why can't they just leave
24.
alone? It was fine the way it was, and we don't need any more, especially if they can't recapture the same magic.
All right, now cue the Alf tape.
You got it. I just don't understand why they'd want to do a
Reboot.
for.
Alf.
I mean, some characters such as
Alf.
just can't be played by anyone else. In fact,
Puppet technician and voice artist Paul Fusco.
is really the only person who could play the role of.
Alf.
Why can't they just leave
Alf.
alone? It was fine the way it was, and we don't need any more, especially if they can't recapture the same magic. We also have a tape pre-recorded for when they do bring back the same actors to play older characters. It goes a little something like this. Even if you do bring back the same actors to play some of these characters in these things, you just shouldn't do it, because it's been too long. You gotta strike while the iron's hot. You can't just revisit the same old, and if you insist that you must do reboots, redo sequels, prequels, and in-between-quels and all that such, you can simply
Go fuck yourself.
Okay, so that's basically how we feel about all of these. And for now on, we're not even joking. For now on this show, anytime something like this gets announced, we're just going to use those same pre-recorded messages.
Yeah,
in one form or another.
If you don't like it, take it up with the studios and tell them to
Go fuck themselves.
So in closing, try and make more new things. Or just strike while the iron's hot. Like Marvel or Fast and the Furious.
or Mission Impossible.
Exactly. Another good one.
Speaking of the iron being hot, we got ourselves another trailer and the official synopsis for Puppet Master: The Littlest Reich.
Oh, really?
Yes, did you happen to take a look at the trailer?
I did, and I thought it was giving away, again, it's like everything, where it didn't give away too much plot, but it did give away too many of the kills, I felt like, and some of the cool, gore shots, if you will.
Yeah, I thought so too. But anyway, here's our synopsis.
All right.
In Puppet Master: The Littlest Reich, Edgar, played by Thomas Lennon, who's recently divorced, returns to his childhood home to where he finds a nefarious-looking puppet in his deceased brother's room. He decides to sell the doll for some quick cash at a small-town convention celebrating the 30th anniversary of the infamous Toulon murders. All hell breaks loose when a strange force animates the puppets at the convention, setting them on a bloody killing spree that's motivated by an evil as old as time and a song as old as rhyme.
I like it. I like this synopsis a lot.
I like the convention sort of setting.
That's what I was thinking. Is I feel like there's been a few convention movies, but all of them have been kind of super garbage.
Yeah,
because it's like the people you see and hate at conventions are writing these movies about conventions,
right?
Or it's like, I feel like this could be a good normie take on conventions.
Yeah, especially because the smaller ones that are really sad.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've only been to the bigger ones, but I've heard that some of the smaller ones are kind of odd.
Yeah.
And of course that only seems natural because it's going to be a niche within a niche.
Yeah. So
I feel like it'll be funny if Thomas Lennon kind of plays this straight-laced guy, sort of walks in saying, "Oh, hey, how's it going? Is this the puppet thing?" And then someone is really into it. It's like, yeah, this is the puppet place, man. You been Puppet Con before, bro? It's like my 15th year.
How about you been a puppet fan? How long you been a puppet fan, man?
Yeah.
But, you mentioned Thomas Lennon, and
right.
I love the dude. I mean, he's hilarious on Reno 911, and he's got a lot of weird small roles in movies. Remember he was in The Dark Knight Rises as Bruce Wayne's doctor that told him that his knees were basically bald and shit.
Oh, no, not really, no.
Well, he's in a bunch of stuff. But
all right, he's in a bunch of stuff.
His comedic sensibilities are real good. I think it could bring an interesting dynamic to this story.
That's what I'm saying. Again, though, there's just a few too many of the money shots for the kills, I thought.
Yeah.
But luckily, they don't linger on anything too long, or anything like that. So, it doesn't look like they gave you big building blocks of the way the plot plays out. So I'm still on board, and I would say now that I know the premise, I understand how it could turn out to be as good as what people are saying, because that's very promising on paper.
Well, it's coming out real soon. It'll be on VOD and digital HD August 17th.
Okay, so it's not going to be in theaters at all, basically.
No, which is whatever. That's a horror. It's a horror trend.
Well, what the hell am I saying? It's a Puppet Master movie, of course.
Yeah.
I would almost be mad if it went to theaters wide release.
Right.
The hell is this? I want to watch this on video on demand.
Yep, true.
That's true. All right, so that's that. Moving right along. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh.
So, Sony is at it again with their shenanigans. They claim that they're going to make a Kraven movie. For those of you playing at home, Kraven is one of the characters of the Spider-Man universe. I would say he's not super well known by the general public.
Not yet.
Not yet, but the nerds definitely know him. So they claim that they're making a movie about this character, and his character is this Russian guy who becomes obsessed with big game hunting. Then he drinks an elixir or something, right?
Yeah, and gets a bunch of animal-related prowess. You know.
Animal powers. And I have to say this, stop your fucking lies, Sony. No, you're not. You're not making this movie. I don't think you're making Morbius either.
Boy, I hope you're right. I just...
I think
how does this happen without Spider-Man?
Yeah, because the whole thing, because that's his thing, is
he wants to kill Spider-Man.
Because he's the greatest prey of them all.
Exactly.
Or whatever.
I know, like you say, you can say the same thing about Venom, technically, because it's the only reason Venom, or one of the only reasons, I guess, canonically speaking, why Venom looks like Spider-Man is because Spider-Man had the symbiote first, and it's leftover imprinting on the symbiote.
Right.
Which I guess, Venom's had enough of a solo run on his own that he could have, a couple of whatever, maybe even just one movie. But Kraven the Hunter, I don't get it. You can't have a Kraven the Hunter movie.
Yeah, I would actually agree with you and say that you're right to argue that Kraven is even more tied into Spider-Man than Venom is.
Yeah, I mean...
I've said this before. Venom, yes, he did get the symbiote second, but the concept of Eddie Brock getting attached, or getting a symbiote attached to him, is not that foreign that they do it without Spider-Man. Of course, it's idiotic to not do it without Spider-Man, but it's not impossible. Kraven, literally, he exists because of I would say, yeah, pretty much, he literally exists in the world of Marvel because of Spider-Man.
Now,
it's not, and again, it's not like something like Silver Sable, which I've said over and over again.
Right.
Doesn't need, really, you could...
It's a spy movie.
Yeah, it's a spy movie, and you could make it completely about her. Doesn't need Spider-Man.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. And this goes to the contrarian devil's advocate people in the room. But Robert, you're excited for the Joker movie. How is that different? The Joker needs Batman to survive. Yeah, but okay, the Joker's a fucking crime boss. That's going to be a crime movie. What is this going to be? A guy shooting lions for 2 hours? I don't want to fucking watch that. That's sad.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
He's just a poacher.
Yeah, no. Someone kill this guy. Where's Spider-Man? Oh, my. I don't get it. And I saw another thing that's... This was a while back, where they said that they re-quoted Sony saying... other projects will focus on Kraven the Hunter and Mysterio. This is way back.
Yeah,
so
I remember
that,
that.
I'm like, what? What do you mean Mysterio? Are you going to still do that? Is that possibly still happening?
Who knows? All I have to say is, no, you're not. You're not making this movie.
I hope they fucking aren't.
You're lying, you goddamn dirty liars. You should be ashamed of yourselves.
Oh, man. Please don't happen.
Next up, in the Secrets and Lies category, we've got more Secrets and Lies.
Yes.
So DC, they're at it again. Another company at it again.
Yes.
DC claims they're going to make a Supergirl movie. A Supergirl movie. They say a Supergirl movie is in the works. And all I have to say again is, no, it's not. Goddamn liars.
There's no way it's going to be better than the first. Come on. Where's our prequel tape for this? Why didn't we have one for this? Oh, wait. Because it's really bad.
You talking about the Helen Slater one from
the Faye Dunaway Helen Slater.
Was that 86 or something?
Some ungodly year.
That was not good.
No, it wasn't.
I'm not saying you couldn't make a good Supergirl movie. I'm just saying this. DC, let's go down the list of movies you claim to have had in production or that some of them found a way to actually get made. Mm-hmm. So we got Aquaman coming up. Mm-hmm. Then next year we've got Shazam, Wonder Woman, and this Joker thing. Mm-hmm. But then they claim, and you said it earlier, it's like a shell game.
With like 17 different cups.
17 different cups and just a couple, maybe three shells.
Right.
So, what is it? Green Lantern Corps.
Yes.
Batman, Cyborg, Booster Gold and Blue Beetle team-up movie. Mm-hmm. Birds of Prey, which apparently might actually be happening.
Yes.
Flash, which at least has a director.
New Gods.
Steven
Spielberg's Black Hawk.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
I have a list of them here.
Deathstroke.
Nightwing, did we say?
Yeah, Nightwing. Batgirl of many forms.
Yes.
Harley Quinn solo, Harley Quinn and Joker.
Suicide Squad 2.
Oh, shit, I forgot about that. Hold on. I'm not done here. What's the other ones?
The Joker solo movie, did we say that?
Yeah.
The Joker Harley Quinn movie?
I just said that, dude.
Okay, God.
Okay, we're starting over. It's Harley and Joker. Gotham City Sirens.
Yes.
Birds of Prey. Did I say solo Harley? There's so many I can't even remember.
Justice League Dark.
Man
of Steel 2.
Deathstroke.
The Batman, we said. I mean,
yeah.
there's literally like 17 or 18.
We just went through so many and we repeated ourselves because we can't keep track of it. Because that's how many there are.
Tack this on.
Yeah, this is just like, yeah, right. Again, I don't believe it until I see it in theaters.
Well, we got a screenwriter writing this Phantom project of ours. Oren Uziel, who, I believe co-wrote 22 Jump Street and The Cloverfield Paradox. He's got a Netflix movie he's writing and directing coming out called Shimmer Lake.
Oh, great.
I know we talked about this a bit. It's interesting because this guy doesn't really seem like he has a genre he writes for. Yeah,
which I would say is kind of fine.
Yeah. I'd rather have a guy that's known for writing many different things rather than... Well, if this guy only wrote The Cloverfield Paradox, we'd have a problem. Right. Because that's not a great movie. But he co-wrote 22 Jump Street. So, you know what? This project that might not probably won't happen, I'm excited for, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen. There's some pretty good comic arcs with her.
Oh, for sure.
There's the Batman Superman team-up book. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that? From like 2002-ish?
Yeah.
They made an animated movie where it introduces her, mm-hmm. or at least one of the versions.
Yes,
because such is the life of DC. Heaven forbid we have one person be anyone.
Right. There's also some speculation that Supergirl exists in the DCEU because in the very first DCEU film, Man of Steel, when you see Clark Kent go into that crashed
that's
spaceship,
right.
There's one of the pods that's opened.
It's like, oh, hey, thanks for thinking about... Not even thinking about revisiting that 5 years later.
Right.
Thanks, guys.
Dear God. I mean, oh, man. I'm so confused.
I mean, you know what? I'd welcome it, just like I'd welcome a lot of these projects. I'd love a Nightwing. I'd love, a Deathstroke.
I'd love a Booster Gold, Blue Beetle buddy cop movie.
Right.
That'd be fun.
It'd be great if any of these things could happen. But, again, it's a shell game. We just have to wait, and it's like... You literally don't believe them, and then all of a sudden they're filming, and you sit there dumbfounded. Huh? They're actually filming?
Yeah.
Nah. And then you see it in theaters, and then you finish watching it, and you still don't believe it. You go on Google to make sure you're not crazy, and people are talking about it. And then you wait for it to come out on DVD, and then you watch it just to make sure it's the same thing, and that it's not all an elaborate, crazy dream.
Yeah.
And that it actually happened.
Yeah, I mean, we know now that, we've always known that comic books are definitely way more easy to make than movies. So, you can't just announce this shit like, we want to see this happen. It's like, yeah, this shit it's not that easy, guys. You can't just, say it and it'll happen.
It's not like horror movies where they could literally get write a script in, let's say, 4 months, get greenlit, and then spend a whopping 3-4 months on filming and post-production.
Right.
These are large projects.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe the people announcing this or reporting on this, maybe we're putting too much stock in it. You know, like
I'm
maybe
starting
there's a
to
mole.
think that because I feel like they're probably tossing around ideas.
Yeah. And maybe there's a mole in the DC writers' room that's like,
Right.
Someone said like, what if we did a Supergirl movie? They're making a Supergirl movie.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it
Like,
kind of feels. What's weird though is when they do say it with directors.
yeah, that's the weird one. Like the guy who made Lego Batman was gonna make Nightwing, and like Gareth Evans was gonna make Nightwing, and like
No, Deathstroke. You said Nightwing twice.
Deathstroke, and then like Greg Berlanti was gonna make fucking Blue Beetle, Booster Gold,
And then Anna DuVernay, New Gods.
yeah,
And the beat goes on, la di da di da.
yeah.
It's getting kind of wacky,
Getting a little confused.
but it sounds like if I were to wager on what they're probably gonna make,
Aquaman.
well that
That's
yes,
the safest bet.
that's the safest bet. I was gonna say that. I would also bet on Wonder Woman Shazam,
Yes.
and then if I had to choose out of the slew of randomness, I would definitely choose Birds of Prey.
Which we have some later news on.
Right. And I would choose, God, what? It's like Flash, I guess?
Yeah, and we're talking DCEU exclusive only?
Yes.
Okay, so not the Joker movie.
Sure, go with weird solos.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Or like the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie, I mean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'd be a safe bet.
I mean, I guess.
I guess it's...
$55 million budget, not much at stake. You know, who knows?
Yeah. And I guess that'll do it. It's apparently it's in the works, and we're just still bumbling around this story because we just can't believe it.
Yes, tune in next time when we report on the eventual Spectre movie or the Creeper movie that they make,
The Hawkman movie,
or Solomon Grundy movie,
or the Alan Scott solo Green Lantern.
Ooh, I also would prefer
The Wildcat movie.
You know what I could also dig?
The Mary Marvel movie, the spin-off, of course, of Captain Marvel.
Let's do a Mr. Mix's Pitlick movie.
I'm not even fucking joking. If they made it animated, I would love that shit.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Get the guys who did Xavier Renegade Angel to make it.
Guys. My co-host, he's got some good ideas sometimes.
Come on, guys, let's go. Get some Adult Swim animators on this shit.
All right.
Moving on.
Yeah, so we've beaten this story to death. So, moving right along. What do we got next? Oh, yeah, here we go. Ruby Rose is Batwoman for the CW series.
Yes.
Which is fine, I guess. I mean, she's good at the acting where she doesn't have to talk.
Yeah.
Like in John Wick 2.
Yeah.
But then she was bad in Triple X 2 or 3 or whatever. Okay, you know what? I'm being unfair by judging that as her performance because
no one was good in that.
Yeah, 0 people were good in that movie.
Was Sam Jack in it? Right? He's in it, right?
Yeah, he was in a little bit of it.
Even good in it?
Not really. I mean,
see there you know you have a problem.
Well, actually, no, he was fine.
Okay.
And Ice Cube for the 5-second cameo he's in it.
Oh, he's in it?
He's kind of awesome.
Okay.
They actually gave it away in a TV spot.
Oh, poo.
And I'm not going to say spoilers because I figured no one cares.
I
feel like
it's neat. I was like, oh, I didn't know he's in it. They acknowledged State of the Union.
He just shows up. His part's actually kind of awesome. He shows up with the rocket launcher, just shoots it, and then he helps save them. He says, "We look after our own," because he's in the Triple X program,
the Triple X verse.
Yeah,
but she's not great in that. I honestly, the only thing I've seen of hers is John Wick 2,
and she was fine in that.
I thought she was pretty good in it. I know she's been in other stuff. She was on Orange is the New Black, which is where she like really broke out. She was in what was the other thing we said? Triple X, but she was in something else, right? Or am I misremembering?
Maybe.
She's been around. She's done a bunch of shorts and some live action appearances and such. She's in Pitch Perfect 3, I think. Also.
Oh yeah, she was. She was one of the rocker chicks.
Yeah.
She's done some action. And
if she hadn't done John Wick 2, I'd be a little bit more worried.
Right. That's kind of what I was thinking. Also, is anyone really that good at acting at the CW?
See, that's another thing you mentioned, and I'm like, touche.
Well, I can't. Someone pointed that out, and I thought about that, and I'm like, you know what? They're right.
I mean, I like I mean, does Melissa Benoist count? Because
she's probably
she comes from the best pedigree because she was on Homeland and in Whiplash.
She's clearly the best actor or just overall actor, probably at CW right now.
And that show started off as a CBS show, right?
Yeah, technically. So doesn't even count.
Right. Well, it counts now, sort of, but I get what you mean.
She's clearly one of the, if not the best, clearly one of the better ones.
Yeah. I mean, you notice because not a lot of actors come off of CW, or a lot of the actors on CW shows don't really transfer into feature cinema that well.
Not usually, no.
And usually that's because those shows are big commitment, and they can't really afford to do that.
What's her name? Cynthia Dye Robinson?
Oh, yeah, she's done some stuff. I mean,
for those of you playing at home, she plays Amanda Waller on Arrow.
Yeah, she's good. I mean, I'm talking about, you don't see Grant Gustin in much. I mean, he's good as Flash.
He's fine. He was on Glee or whatever. Well,
but you don't see him in much else. Well, yeah, there you go. But Stephen Amell, you'll see him in, your Stray TMNT and shit.
Yeah, which he was all right.
Yeah, but there's a reason why he aspires to be a WWE performer.
Yeah. Whenever I think of WWE and acting, I think of the Conspiracy Keanu meme.
Right.
Friends at home, do you remember those things where it's the characters who had the alliterations or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, Conspiracy Keanu, it's what if all sports are staged and pro wrestlers are just the worst actors?
Oh man, but yeah, I'm fine with this. I think she'll do fine. I got to see more. I got to see what the take's going to be. I got to see her kill somebody. Are they going to kill somebody on this show? They should. They made Arrow kill a bunch of people.
Well, in the first season, he was just dropping bodies.
It's man, this is different. Well, I mean, he kills people in the comics, but nowhere near as much.
So it'll essentially be, Arrow, because he's done. I mean, this arc's kind of been done with other characters. You can't kill while you're in Star City,
right?
Or whatever.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I need to see if those shows are worth revisiting because I haven't watched on any of those in a while. But I'd definitely be willing to check out this new show when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm not deterred.
All right, so that's that. Now back to some DC news.
Yes. More promising news. Sort of.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
tell the people.
We've got a bit of, I don't want to call it a rumor. It comes from The Wrap. These are the same people who kind of broke the story about what the potential team's going to be for Birds of Prey.
Right.
They are coming back. They have come back, rather, with a story regarding the villain for Birds of Prey. It seems as though it's going to be Black Mask, Roman Sionis himself. How do you feel?
Well, I just want to give a little background to Black Mask. For those of you playing at home, he was a character who was introduced in the 80s, and he sort of had a resurgence in appearances and became more popular in the early 2000s with such arcs as War Games, which is a very important Black Mask arc.
Yes.
And, of course, he was also in Under the Red Hood.
Yes.
So he's part of some pretty big arcs of the last 15 years of Batman. So that's who he is. And you know what? And telling the friends at home who he is, that's kind of how I feel about this. It kind of sums it up.
Yeah, I know we talked about this character being a favorite 2 weeks ago.
Especially because of his rising popularity over the last 10, 15 years. It's almost like he's due to have his debut on the big screen.
Right.
He's been in a couple animated movies. I know they had a version of him on Gotham, but that doesn't fucking count.
Right, no.
Not really.
Not really. No, I feel like he's definitely been, of all the Batman villains, probably the most underrepresented. Definitely in cinema. We haven't seen him yet really in live action form except on Gotham, sort of.
Which I just said.
Yeah. But I'm excited for this. I like the character. I mean, this is one of those where I hear it and I'm like, ooh, who are they going to cast? Who would you like to see them cast?
Jeez, I don't know. I mean, he's already used for everything. But if I had to name someone, off the top of my head, Mark Strong kind of rings a bell.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be his third. He'd be triple dipping as a DC villain. Guy Pearce would be good.
I could do some Guy Pearce.
I like Guy Pearce. I remember back in the day, one of the fan favorite picks was Carl Urban for Black Mask. He'd be fine, I think. He's not really a huge name, but like, I'd like him.
That's not who I would have thought originally, but I could see it. You know, I wouldn't be upset if that was the case.
No, me neither.
It's almost a shame that since this is Birds of Prey instead of Gotham City Sirens, because he's got a lot of history with Catwoman.
Yes.
So it's almost a shame she's not in this.
Yeah, that would be an interesting cameo if that does end up happening. But
because as far as I'm thinking back of the Birds of Prey comics I've read, I don't think there's I mean, their Black Mask is in some of them, but I think of him primarily as a Catwoman and Batman adversary.
Same here. But
I mean, I think that it's still workable.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I'm excited to see the first iteration of that character on the big screen.
Agreed. All right. What do we got next?
Well, we've got a bit of news from TV.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. It seems as though Glenn Howerton is going to return as Dennis Reynolds for the 13th season of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia for the, quote, majority of the season.
To me, this is so strange. The fact that they're even questioning whether or not he'd return, that kind of says to me that the show, again, it's been on its last legs. Like, you had an excellent run.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. An absolutely excellent run.
Legendary run.
Yeah, legendary run, in fact. You guys carried the torch of what I call the scumbag sitcom subgenre.
Picked it up from Seinfeld.
That's right.
And you carried it until now.
Right.
And they're limping along the way, I feel, a little bit.
Yeah.
You've seen some of the recent stuff?
I have, and it had a lot of that, you know, where an improv scene, a scene that's clearly improv, it just sounds like arguing, and it just isn't funny.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's a show that does, that is excellent at not falling into that, is, what's it called? Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah. Even still.
It's still, like, I saw some of the new season, it's really funny. But the way they have the characters interact with each other, even if it's what would sound like a normal argument, they are always making sure that they're hitting some comedic beats here and there.
Right.
Which is super hard to do since like that show, I feel like it's like they have the main plot lines and they just improv a ton.
I think so. Well, I've seen a bit of the new seasons too, and it's more, it hasn't been like I've been laughing because it's funny so much as it's like I'm laughing because I like the show and I like the people, I like the actors. So it's like,
oh, are you talking about Back to Sunny?
Sunny, yeah. Like I laugh because it's like I like them, you know, and I like that I'm watching the show, but it's not a lot of it's funny, you know.
No, that always happened. Well, that's what happens when you go see a movie sometimes. Like, it was pretty good. It's like I wanted to say that Batman v Superman was great, and I wanted to say that, you know, whatever sequel here or there is great, and then I get home and it's like, don't lie to yourself. Well, it wasn't that good. Yeah. And I feel like that's how. Actually, no, I was like noticeably not amused at this one episode.
Which one?
I can't remember which it is, but it has Dennis and Dee are arguing in a kitchen about something, and it just felt like a boring, real argument. And like it didn't feel like they're hitting any jokes or whatever.
Yikes. Well, the one episode I saw recently was, and this is probably, might be old by now, but the Family Feud one. And it was fine, but I just felt like there were so many missed opportunities. Yeah. You know? It just could have been hilarious. It could have been really, really scathing, like in that classic, like, beginning, like the first season of Sunny, the kinds of subject matter that they touch in that first season it's crazy dangerous, but it's so funny and pointed and just, you know, farcical and great, satirical, you know?
You know what the thing is, I feel like the problem with the later episodes is? It kind of feels like they're leaning on certain crutches, and what used to be the classic crutches back in the way day, like I would say honestly between the 50s to the 90s, vacation episodes were kind of a crutch. Yeah. Although Sunny's vacation episodes are all amazing.
Oh my God, they are.
Like the Jersey Shore one.
Yes, that one and the car, the road trip one. With the pea jar.
Right, but I feel like some Always Sunny crutches are so-and-so thinks of a scheme to do, like to sell something.
Yeah.
Or they make up a new game you know, at the bar.
Yeah.
Like there was one about a game. It was like a board game, and I felt like it was sort of a retread of ideas they've already done, but just not as good.
It's no Flipadelphia, that's for sure.
Exactly. Flipadelphia. Friends at home, do you remember Flipadelphia? Tell us in the comment section if you do.
What's your favorite Sony episode? Is it the dentist system? Because if so, you're right.
Yes, exactly. it's not a subjective thing. It's just the best episode.
It's not a matter of opinion.
No.
But yeah, he's coming back for season 13 for the majority of the season, which is interesting. I guess we'll find out what that means. I feel like that
could be sort of one of the final pushes over the hill, though.
Yeah.
Is that he's back, but not for all of it. It's like sort of the beginning of the end, hopefully.
The push over the hill.
Yeah.
Towards death.
Low battery.
Yeah.
Towards low battery. You know what, Speaker? I agree. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia does have a low battery as a show. It's starting to wear thin, and I just I don't know if it's going to last for me entertainment-wise. So we're going to move on now as Alex fixes he gets some technical shit out of the way. So we got ourselves a Halo show, which I know I forgot about. Alex, did you completely forget that the show was happening like I did?
There's a Halo show?
Exactly. So there's a Halo show, and not only is there a Halo show, but Master Chief is going to be the lead character on the show.
Well, I'd figured this much. Wait, where's this going to be?
Showtime.
Oh, yeah. No, I was looking at this article, but again, when I saw it, I thought, wow, I forgot this was going to happen. Is it going to be animated or live action? It
sounds as though it's going to be live action. They're also saying it's not an actual adaptation of any of the games or books. But they're saying it's Showtime's most ambitious show they've ever attempted.
Yeah, I mean,
I would imagine
it sounds like it.
Right.
Like Shameless, it's like we're going to have people in this scene. We're going to need extras.
Yeah.
We have to even hire a band.
It's going to be something.
We have to build sets that look like things that don't exist.
Yeah, here comes a budget of like $100 million, per season. Like, Jesus Christ, at least.
That's apparently how much it's going to cost to make this new Star Wars show that Jon Favreau's directing.
God, that's another thing that's just, oh man.
But back to Halo.
Yeah, this is going to be produced by Steven Spielberg. It's still in pre-production, but the first season is going to be 10 episodes. It's going to air probably in 2020.
Wow, this is ambitious.
Yes, and we have the director that's going to be in charge of probably the pilot and some of the early episodes, Rupert Wyatt, who you may remember as the director of Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the first one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so production's going to start next year.
Was that guy attached to the Batman?
He might have been. He might have. Well, I know the guy Matt Reeves who did 2 and 3.
No, my bad. I'm mixing them up.
Oh, but man, Matt Reeves is still there. He's still toughing it out.
That's what he says.
And it's like he's not quiet about it too. It's not like Nightwing, where the director of that just dropped off. He keeps checking in, keeps sending us up a signal. But anyway, yeah, this is. I'm not as big of a fan of the Halo games as other people, but I mean, I'm not a monster. I've played it.
Yeah, of course. I've never owned an Xbox, and I've played Halo dozens of times.
Everyone's been over to someone's basement, and where they had the 4 controllers set up, and they played split screen Halo. It's fun. I don't know if this show is going to conjure that feeling. It's probably going to be more obviously narrative based, but it should be fun to see Master Chief.
I would say of video games to adapt for a movie or show, this seems like a pretty good choice, though.
Yeah, I'd say so. There's definitely, God, there's so much material. There's 5, 6, 7 games and a shit ton of books. I mean, even though they're saying they're not basing anything off of this.
What I'm saying is, there's
a world there.
Yeah, but also I think it has something to do with the fact that the game plays in first person. Mm-hmm. So you don't get to see what your character looks like in action as much as third-person games. I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this.
You know what else is in first person, Alex?
What?
Doom.
Yeah. Oh shit! Now you're making. Well, when you put it that way.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't think that's an indication.
I'm just saying it'll look different than when you're playing the game.
Yeah,
because a lot of people they'll complain about video game movies is it kind of looks like you're playing the game. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why would I watch this when I could play it?
Right. Well, you know what's also weird is like a lot of the commercials and like promotional material, like ancillary, like prequel series for games and stuff they've already done stuff in live action. You know, like they've made Halo like prequel shows and like commercials for Halo games have been live action. Yeah. So like they've already kind of crossed into that before. And I know Spielberg's been attached to this, I think. Oh, no, it wasn't Spielberg. Do you remember when Peter Jackson was supposed to direct a Halo movie?
Kind of.
It was a long time ago.
Sort of.
It was like 2009, 2008. He announced it at like E3 or maybe like the Spike TV Video Game Awards, I think.
Yeah.
That he was going to make a fucking Halo movie. And it just went to shit and he made The Hobbit instead.
Bastard.
God damn you, Peter Jackson. But this has been, I mean, a Halo thing has been in development in the business for fuck ever.
Maybe a show will work out better.
Maybe.
Because games tend to have these long, sprawling worlds and stories.
Yeah.
So maybe, just maybe, TV will work better than a movie. So we'll be on the lookout for that.
We sure will. The next story, we got ourselves another trailer to talk about. Another horror trailer, in fact. Boogeyman Pop. This is a Blumhouse picture, despite what the trailer leads on.
Right.
It's directed by Brad Michael Elmore, and it tells the story of a bat-wielding masked killer in a rusted-out black Cadillac who weaves in and out of 3 interlocking stories awash in sex, drugs, punk rock, black magic, and broken homes. What did you think of this trailer that you showed me?
I really dug this trailer. Mm-hmm. I was thinking how cool it was that Blumhouse would pick something up like this.
Yeah, it looks really low budget.
It looks really low budget, but it looks cool. And it's part of this 80s revival that's kind of been, or subgenre of horror and science fiction that's kind of captured the hearts of audiences recently. Mm-hmm. However, this doesn't look too forced.
No, I think it looks really authentic.
Yeah, because what is it? There's some movie like Summer 84. And I was a little underwhelmed by the trailer. I kind of felt like it was just saying 80s stuff.
Is that what's the one where it's about like kids like trying to chase after a serial killer? Is that the one? There was another like a Sundance like whatever festival movie that came out that's about like it was like Stand By Me or like
I think that's it, yeah.
Yeah, and they're like going after a serial killer or something.
Well, this actually kind of has a similar plot, though. In fact, it's almost the exact same thing. It just looks better.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I heard really bad things about that other movie, the serial killer one.
Summer of 84.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks fun. It looks like a fun horror movie. It's interestingly made. You know,
I was
really
going to say,
I
just like the style.
And it's good to see a movie like this getting picked up by a company like Blumhouse.
Right.
You know?
Because it's becoming ridiculous to try and find certain movies to watch.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And it'd be nice to just, have some of these companies just need better distribution and need more marketing.
They sure do.
Or rather, some of these movies.
Yeah.
And Blumhouse, that might be one of the places to do it.
I mean, they made some questionable films here and there, but God, I can't begrudge them, man. They made Whiplash, or they distributed Whiplash, and God, I got to give them that one. I got to give them that W.
Yeah, that's a definite W. So that does it for the news. We now move on to a quick September overview.
Yes.
You wanted to see City of Lies? Too bad. It's been pulled from the schedule.
Because Johnny Depp's a rascal and just causing all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, there's a lawsuit about him, like, beating someone up or something.
Beating up a location manager because he said they were going to wrap late or some bullshit.
Yeah, something allegedly happened. They're still trying to figure that out.
Oh, Johnny.
Talk about shooting the messenger.
Yeah. But we do have 2 movies coming out that we're at least excited about. I mean, there's a couple more that are coming out. The Predator, I think we talked about, but I don't know.
I mean, I've given it a chance after seeing the other trailers. Mm-hmm. And I'll say it looks just barely better than kind of what I was expecting.
I've been hearing some stuff about reshoots, too, with The Predator, which worries me.
Do we need to play our pre-recorded tape?
We might have to.
Whatever. Just, the tape we had from earlier, just switch out Sandlot and Patrick Renna with Predator and
Arnie.
Yeah. You guys get the idea.
And instead of Porter, it's Dutch.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So imagine that tape being played.
Yes, but that's not one of our anticipated movies. One of the other ones that we are anticipating is White Boy Rick, which we talked about.
Yeah, that's going to be good. I will definitely be seeing that.
Yeah, it looks fun. It looks really, really like one of those like stranger than fiction type stories. You're like, this fucking happened. You know?
Well, who knows though?
I mean, it could
the way
be,
movies are being made now.
Yeah, I mean, it's even one of those where it's like just like the bare facts. Like this kid was an FBI informant like before the age of 18. Like was he 16 or 15?
Something like that.
That's fucking absurdity. Like that's just nuts. And I'll see a movie about it. Sure.
Yeah, I'll see that. It looks like a compelling story.
Alex, what's our next movie?
Let's see. Well, oh boy, Robin Hood. Mm-hmm. Because
that's one of the other ones.
That's such an easy franchise to make money off of, right?
You know what's weird is we saw the trailer for this and it's like Robin Hood except more grounded and dark, and he fought in the Crusades and like he saw how shitty the Crusades were, so like he's gonna come home and do some like good shit for the people. I'm like that was the Ridley Scott one. We just did this. Yeah. What the fuck?
Also, grounded and realistic my ass. Okay, friends at home, watch the trailer for Robin Hood and tell me I'm wrong about this. The archery, I get it. Suspension of disbelief. But when he's like arguing with Lil Jon, Jamie Foxx, and he just doesn't even contorts his body partway around and shoots a bunch of arrows in succession perfectly at the door.
Pretty sure that's not how archery works.
Yeah, I was going to say that, and it's the fact that it's so obviously CGI. It just looks stupid, and I mean that's probably like not even top 10 stupidest shots in this trailer.
Right. It looks pretty goddamn silly. I don't know how to feel about it other than not excitement. That's all I'll say. And it's one of the two movies.
It just looks dumb and like it's trying to be modern.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense.
Yeah. It's just too much. It's too much, but also too little all at once. I
wouldn't
need Robin Hood.
I would not be surprised if there's dubstep in this.
Oh no!
In this movie, like as a score, like he's just like doing flips in slow mo, and it's all CG. Wop 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 wop. Like dude, sword fighting. No, he's upside down doing a flip, shooting arrows.
Oh, God no! But yeah, that is one of our two movies we're not looking forward to.
Not looking forward to. Oh, but then we do have another one that we're looking forward to.
Yes, we talked about this one too. Hellfest. Tony Todd.
Tony Todd? How can you go wrong with the subgenre, let's go to the haunted house, but the attractions are real?
Yeah, it comes out around September 28th, which is right around when haunted houses, like the method acting haunted houses start opening up.
Yeah.
It's going to be I think it's going to be good.
That'd be an awesome, that should be a twist in one of them.
What's that?
They're all just method actors.
Oh, man.
And they go home at night and act like everything's normal. Like, great performance tonight, Jeff. Really good.
Yeah, thanks, honey. What's for dinner?
Yeah, just goes home.
And that's the ending. You're like, holy shit, it was just a game. It was just a performance.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I'm excited for it. It looks like it could be fun. One of the better horror trailers we've seen recently.
I guess that does it for September. Oh, and of course, out in August. Let's see what's out this month.
Oh, man. We got, we have a movie that should come out soon.
Well, Jesus Christ. People, I've been talking about it here on a long time. So, it's out technically. The movie I've been waiting for a good 6 or so months.
Yes.
A Prayer Before Dawn. The Muay Thai movie.
Yes.
Or the Muay Thai prison movie.
But.
So, the problem is, they say it's out August 10th. And it's literally in about 6 theaters in this entire country. Mm-hmm. So what kind of bullshit is that? So I guess it is out on video on demand, but you want to see it in a theater? Too bad, so sad. So it's like, fine, don't want my money? Or don't want my theater money? Whatever.
Yeah.
It just pisses me off because I would have liked to have seen this in theaters.
Same here. I mean, at least I get to see it at all. But
that's true.
I would have liked to see it in theaters.
Yeah. I'm glad it's at least on the video on demand. So remember, people, you gotta check that out. A Prayer Before Dawn. Also out this month, we've got
Mile 22.
Oh yeah, Mile 22
should be fun.
Right,
Should be real fun, actually.
Hold Hold on. What was the other ones?
I mean, we got like The Meg, which comes out this week, which is like,
Yeah.
I'm not really super excited about it. Alpha's coming out, I think the same week as Mile 22. I mean, that I don't know how to feel about that. It looks okay. But other than that, there's not really a whole lot else.
So basically, Mile 22 and Alpha and, Jesus Christ, A Prayer Before Dawn.
Yep.
So, yeah, that does it for September, and that's what's out, or that's what's coming out this month. And now we move on to the review portion of the segment.
Yes.
You went and saw Christopher Robin, and this looked boring and like something I didn't want to see.
Yes.
So why don't you tell them about it while I go get the timer and set it for 8 minutes?
Yes. So I grew up with Winnie the Pooh. I watched a lot of the cartoons as a young lad. Very young, like when I was probably 2, 3, and 4 years old. I grew up with the 80s/90s cartoon, like the Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear. Remember that fucking show?
Oh my god. I
had
do.
one of the best 90s openings ever.
I had literally forgotten about that theme song until you had just sang it.
Dude, it's fucking great. But anyway, I was a Pooh fan.
Everyone was.
I love
How
Pooh.
could you not be when you're a young child?
You can't not be. So when I saw this, and honestly, I haven't seen another Pooh movie since. I didn't see any of the other ones that have come out. I saw this, I was like, okay, this looks like Finding Neverland meets like Hook, type deal. And we saw it, or I saw it with my girlfriend, but it was, I wasn't expecting much. This was a slow week for movies, but I was pleasantly surprised. I honestly thought this was going to be, like you said, kind of boring, played out, like, all right, I know what's going to happen. Christopher Robin's going to find his magic again or some bullshit. I've seen Hook.
All right.
But I got news for you.
Okay, it's good. Now explain why.
Not only that, it's better than Hook.
Oh, how fucking dare you?
Because here's the thing.
I disagree.
You haven't even seen this fucking thing.
I don't give a shit. But it's not possible.
I love Hook. I like me some Hook. I will defend that as Steven Spielberg, one of his better movies. It's not a bad Steven Spielberg movie. But here's what I will say about this. This isn't stupid. And Hook, on occasion, is pretty fucking stupid.
you tell me what's stupid about kids throwing paint things at each other. Yeah. You tell me what's stupid about that.
What's stupid about androgynous Glenn Close getting put in a box full of scorpions?
What?
Glenn Close is in there. She's one of the... Remember the pirate? I can't think of his name. But remember they put him in the box with the... No, he's like... You gotta look up Glenn Close and Hook when you get the chance.
Whatever.
But like, there's some shit in Hook where I'm like, what is this? But this is like, this movie starts out, and it kind of starts out the way you'd expect. You see Christopher Robin at like a dinner with all the fucking animals, and like they're having a going away party for him. And you're like, okay, what's this about? And they say their goodbyes.
Like Winnie the Pooh and all.
Winnie the Pooh and Tigger.
Can I just say how scary they look?
Oh, they look.
It's like, don't leave us, Christopher Robin. We might have to kill you. Piglet just like, oh, dear, I don't want to have to stab you.
Yeah.
And then Eeyore just chimes in, everybody's got to die sometime.
Yeah.
And then Tigger's just bouncing off the walls because he's so excited. We're going to kill him.
Oh, man.
And then, Kanga says to Little Roo, oh, Little Roo, get Mommy Dearest's gun.
Oh, Jesus. Her
They look kind of creepy. I don't know what it is. Like,
no, I get that.
From the trailer, I thought like Pooh looked sort of scary.
A little bit. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like once you're in the movie and you get, because that's not the scariest thing in this movie. I'll say that. They do something in this where I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe you're doing this in a children's movie. Yeah. And what it is they show like Christopher Robin leave. He goes to boarding school. He has a shitty life. He doesn't want to go to boarding school. It's like a huge montage in the beginning, basically showing like the path from Christopher Robin.
All right, don't summarize the whole. Just like get to the point.
Okay, there's a fucking battle scene in this.
A battle scene.
Yeah, Christopher Robin goes to fucking World War II.
Weird.
Yeah, and it's like, holy.
Is that why it's PG?
A little bit. There's like
that's the other thing I thought was weird. That they would have a movie about Winnie the Pooh and have it be PG.
Well, see, that's the thing about this. I would recommend you not take a child under 10 to see this. Not because it's graphic or bad for them. I just don't think they'll be very entertained for a good portion of it, like the first half hour probably.
So the first half hour is not for the youngins.
Not really. It's a lot of seeing what Christopher Robin has become, like seeing him be a shitty adult that's like had to deal with like his father dying while he was in school and like not there, and like the fact that he's a fucking veteran.
Oh, so is this one of those weird movies where it says rated PG for thematic elements?
Yeah, no, there's some thematic elementary.
There's some thematic elements going on.
Oh yeah, okay. And like I was kind of taken at how like.
Just to interrupt, you know what my favorite one of those ever was?
What was that?
Ninja Turtles 3, PG for action, adventure, and swashbuckling violence.
Swashbuckling.
There's like
this is a pirate movie?
They had swashbuckling as a word.
Oh man, more like samurai violence, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Katana.
Yes, katana, sai, nunchakus, and whatever.
And
violence.
bow staff
violence.
But back to your boring movie that looked terrible.
Yes. Yes. I was shocked at how big of a swing this was.
By the way, do you notice how that's like a double insult?
What's that?
Because we were talking about a bad movie, and then I said, but back to your boring bad movie.
Yeah, fuck. You think Ninja Turtles 3 is bad?
Of course I do, but it's awesome. That's a 2 out of 2 bombs to me.
I agree. It's pretty fucking bad.
It's pretty excellent, though.
That's true, but it's both. It coincides.
Did this movie have 4 time-displaced samurai? No, didn't think so. So therefore, it sucked.
It did have a couple spatially displaced Pooh characters that are like wandering around London, which was kind of fun. It was like Crocodile Dundee meets like fucking Pooh. You know, like you're just seeing like Winnie the Pooh deal with like, you know, try and act like not a talking stuffed animal in public as Ewan McGregor, like, you know, drags him around, trying to get him back to the 100-acre wood and shit. I don't know, like...
So a little bit of Toy Story going on?
A little bit of Toy Story.
But where, like, Andy, for instance, would know.
Would know, yeah. It's... I was shocked at how big of a take this was on the property. I thought this was just going to be like another, like, oh, here comes Pooh and Tigger causing a ruckus, and it's like, it's really not about that at all. It's kind of more about...
So what is it about?
It's about Christopher Robin he's basically him learning... It's basically Hook. It's him learning to not be a piece of shit. And, like, he's got to do that by going back to the 100-acre wood and finding all of the puppets, the stuffed animals, and the animals, and returning them to Pooh, because they've all gone, like, missing or something, because, like...
Wait, what? Hold on. So he's got to... return to the forest.
Mm-hmm. Help Pooh find Tigger and Eeyore.
Oh, so they're all missing the whole movie? Or
not the whole movie, for a portion of it.
So why the hell do they separate?
Well, they separate because some stuff's going on in the 100-acre wood. Things are not what they used to be. There's like fog and storms are happening now.
The Watership Down guys are kicking them out.
Yeah, exactly. But it is basically like it's a big allegory for like Christopher Robin is like at the lowest point in his life. Like he's just fucking depressed, and like he has to make this really shitty decision at his company, like whether to like lay off a shit ton of fucking people or not. And he like takes off work.
This sounds super uninteresting. If I'm just being honest, this sounds really boring. So if you could skip ahead to a more interesting part.
Alex, is this entertaining to you? I don't know if it is or not. I'm not getting the indication whether or not you like this. God damn it.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Continue.
Motherfucker, next time you review something and I'm here, I'm just going to fucking fart. My commentary is going to be a fucking fart in the mic every time. And be like, hey, Alex. That's what I think.
Hey, Meg, I'm sorry, but this story is really boring.
Meg.
All right, sorry. Okay,
Meg.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good. I'm as shocked as you are. I was not looking forward to seeing this.
Okay, so think about laying people off.
Yes, and he's going to go on vacation with his wife and daughter, but his boss is like, nah, dude, you got to stay for the weekend and do this shit. So he blows them the fuck off, and that's when Pooh comes in and is like, look, motherfucker, I got to set you straight.
Oh, he's like, you got to go on vacation and be fun.
Yeah, and he's got to, like, realize what's important, which is, like, I don't know. It's a very sweet movie. Like, it's one of those movies, it's like, for me, it's hard to fucking knock, because it's like, what's this movie really trying to do? Like, teach adults like how to not suck.
So this movie is well, I mean, as the title says, it's much more about Christopher Robin than it is the stuffed animals at the end of the day.
Yes, and it makes a lot of sense because as I was watching it, I'm like, as I said, it's not for kids. It's for people like me, who is now a shitty adult that grew up with Pooh back in the yonder days of yore, if you will. And like, it was a good nostalgia trip. I mean, hearing no lie, like all kidding aside, hearing Jim Cummings as Tigger and Pooh, fuck, that was some good shit, man.
Guy's a legend at his craft.
And the fact that they had
also Darkwing Duck, isn't it?
Darkwing Duck,
Yeah.
Pete, of course, from fucking Goofy, the Goofy cartoons.
Yeah.
But hearing him and knowing that Disney was like, you know what, no, let's like give the kids who grew up with this show something to latch onto. Like, let's give Jim Cummings a shot here. And it works.
So it was pretty legit. So you're saying they get less scary as time goes on?
It makes more sense with the take because, again, like, you see a battle scene, so it's like they feel more like, oh, this is like a toy you'd find like packed away.
Oh, what kind of adventure elements we get in this?
Oh, there's some stuff where, like, Christopher Robin's got to save Eeyore from falling down a waterfall, quote unquote.
Okay.
There's a big chase scene at the end. Where,
I was going to say, because it sounded like offices and layoffs. I'm like, what the hell is this?
See, that's the first...
Up in the air?
Yeah, no, like, that's the
which
first
is a
25
good movie,
minutes.
but
it's not a kid's movie.
Well, yeah.
Definitely.
Up in the Air is most certainly not a kid's movie.
And I would say the first 25 minutes of this are, like, not a kid's movie strictly.
Okay.
It becomes more of one, but it's much more for adults.
Okay, so...
There's some adventures.
Yes. So notwithstanding with your promise to make fart sounds during my next during my next review,
I don't even care if it's like fucking if it's Aquaman or whatever. I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
No,
it's just like I've. It's like the Peter Griffin thing. I'm sorry, Meg, but this story you're telling, it's so boring. But okay, so notwithstanding of all that,
yes,
what would you give this film?
I'd give it an 8.
An 8.
A solid 4 out of 5 on your scale.
A 4 out of 5 on my scale.
Yeah. It's I had not a lot wrong with it. I didn't know how much I was gonna like it, and I loved seeing. Did you know that Chris O'Dowd was originally going to be Tigger?
Chris O'Dowd.
They actually recorded and tested a version.
Like IT department, that guy?
Yeah. And
wow.
Bridesmaids, Chris O'Dowd. They tested it in England, and it did not do well. So they're like, fuck it, let's just get Jim Cummings to do Tigger too. And it was a smart move, because, man, was it good to hear him.
So, okay, I guess my last question. Who all was in it? So we got Tigger, Pooh.
They're all there.
Eeyore.
Yeah, I'd say the
Piglet.
main standouts, those main 4. Pigger. What is that? I just create. Wait, fan art. People, if anybody's listening to this, make a fan art. Pigger. Because pigs have a spring tail. Why is that not a thing? I don't know. We're gonna end up cutting this out. Piglet, Tigger, Eeyore, and Pooh are the main focus, but Owl's there, Rabbit's there, Kanga and Roo are there.
Rabbit was always such an asshole, man.
He was an asshole. He's kind of the wet blanket in this, but they all have like a line.
A bigger wet blanket than Eeyore?
Oh, man. Oh, that was another one. Brad Garrett is Eeyore. Good job.
Brad Garrett.
From Raymond.
Oh, yeah. The guy, it's weird. Before I even finished asking you who, I'm like, I bet it was the guy. I was thinking that in my head.
Because it's originally, it was Peter Cullen. Optimus was Eeyore.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe he was busy with the shitty last Transformers movie or whatever. I don't know. But he did a great job. It's a good movie. I was shocked.
All right, so 4 out of 5. I'm not going to lie. I'm not horribly interested in this, but...
You should not see it.
I mean, it's... Okay, it didn't look like terrible. It just looked like... It just didn't look like the kind of thing I want to watch.
No, I feel you.
I might catch it on cable.
Yeah, I won't say you shouldn't. That was a joke, but yeah, it's different, and I was very, very glad that they took a big swing on this one.
Okay, we have one more review.
Oh, what is it?
I watched part of Satanic, and then I fell asleep because it was late, and I was watching it on Netflix. I'd say it wasn't very good so far, but I'll try and watch the rest later.
You're lucky I don't have to fart right now. I'm just kidding. Yes, no, I haven't.
You should have just went for it, man.
I shit instead. I'm worried about that happening.
Well, so there's that. I would give what I saw. I just meant you could interrupt and be a jerk. Like, I was leaving it open, but you missed your chance. Anyway, Satanic was not great from what I saw.
Yeah, what would you give it? Or what you gave? What would you give what you've seen?
Okay, so the rating system for when you fall asleep during a movie, it starts on a scale of I was tired and it sucked anyway to I was really tired but I just didn't feel like fighting it to stay awake. And then the best rating you can give is I tried so goddamn hard to stay awake and I managed to muscle through some more of it but fell asleep. I'd give it a
It sucked anyway.
It sucked anyway.
Oh.
And I was tired.
Oh.
But I might watch the rest because it's not long.
Oh.
All right. So that's my lazy, pointless review of Satanic, or of not all of Satanic.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Not.
Good one. Anyway, now we move on to our game segment.
Yes.
This time we actually have one.
We do. We're playing another entry of Guess How Many.
Yeah, so the game is simple. You just have to guess how many there are in a given series.
All right, you want to go first?
Yes, I will give you your first one.
Yes, go ahead.
How many Free Willy movies are there?
4?
God damn it.
That was a complete guess.
Let's see. If we were to look them up.
Yes. Were you a Free Willy fan back in the day, Alex?
Sort of. It wasn't like something I actively watched a lot
I
of.
was a big fan of that Michael Jackson song. Remember the Free Willy Michael Jackson song? It's pretty good.
Not particularly, but so there's Free Willy 1.
Okay.
Which is 93.
Oh, wow. It's 25 this year.
Yeah, and then 2, Adventure Home. 3, The Rescue. 4 was Escape from Pirates Cove.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like that's a subtitle I recognize for some reason, more than the others.
And that's it. That's 4.
That's the 4.
There's 1, 2, Adventure Home. 3, The Rescue. 4, Escape from Pirates Cove.
All
There's
right.
apparently a TV series.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I was never a big fan, although I love the Simpsons cut.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah. Man, I hate this director's cut where it's just the whale jumps and just crushes the kid. Good times.
Oh, man. All right.
Shout out to some good old-fashioned Simpsons.
Old-fashioned Simpsons.
That's right.
Sure. Dirty Dozen. How many Dirty Dozen movies are there?
You're not talking about the fuck. What is it?
Lee Marvin, the original. Telly Savalas, Charles Bronson.
Isn't there's more than one?
Is there?
No, there isn't.
There are also 4.
What?
There is one theatrically released Dirty Dozen movie. It came out in 1967, of course.
It's the World War II.
Yes. So
yeah, I've seen that.
There was Dirty Dozen. The Next Mission in 1985 was it was a TV movie.
Spoiler alert, almost all of them die in the first one.
But Lee Marvin doesn't.
Yeah.
And they brought him back. Then there was Dirty Dozen, The Deadly Mission, which came out in 1987, also a TV movie. Then Dirty Dozen, The Fatal Mission, which came out in 1988, also a TV movie.
Okay,
Isn't that weird? Technically you were right, but TV movies count.
That is so odd. I never heard of these.
And it's so fucking weird.
Wait, is Lee Marvin the general?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's like, well, I got the last guys killed.
Let's try again.
It's like a way unsuccessful version of the guy from Rambo. He's like, Johnny, I got another mission. Johnny, you're still alive. I don't know how, but I got another mission.
Johnny, I found you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, go ahead.
All right, tell me, how many Lone Wolf and Cub movies are there?
Oh, shit. God damn you. 11?
That's a good guess, but there's only 7 of them.
Okay. See, I knew there was a lot. I mean, I knew it wasn't as much as, fucking Zatoichi or Godzilla.
Yeah.
Those are Japanese, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I can't remember which one I saw, but there's a really, really badass waterfall fight scene. That might be, if I had to guess based on these titles. Yeah, I have no clue.
I remember you remember the Bob's Burgers episode that was like a parody of the Lone Wolf and Cub?
That was just on.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, it was good stuff, man.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of those.
You haven't seen any of them?
No. Do you have any recommendations?
I would recommend the one with the really badass waterfall fight scene.
I'll try and decipher which one that is, but I'm meaning to get to them.
Yeah, you know what? I should really get on watching the rest of them. They're hard to find though.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they are.
It's good stuff. I'm a fan.
All right.
Also, I kind of want to read the manga or manga.
Oh yeah, that's right. God,
it's supposed to be good stuff.
Anyway, Garfield. How many theatrically released Garfield motion pictures are there?
Okay, there's one, A Tale of Two Kitties.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just two?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You're correct. There's just two. I was trying to fake you out.
Well, I thought maybe there could be some TV ones.
Yeah, or like I thought you were going to think like there was an old animated, like an old like 2D animated one.
No, dude. You're talking to someone who loves his 2D animation.
I know.
And loved the Garfield show.
I underestimated you.
Garfield and Friends.
Right.
Dude, it had the egg guy.
Oh, yeah.
It had Odie.
Oh, gotta love Odie, dude.
Jesus Christ, that show was the shit.
Love it. I love Garfield, man. I also like Gazorp Field.
I was just about to say Gazorp Field is also classic.
Also classic, John.
Yeah.
Fucking give me my fucking enchiladas. Fucking white guilt. Wow, Gazorp Field.
That's really harsh.
You've said some pretty bad things over the years, but that takes the cake.
Gazorp Field. You know what's weird about Gazorp Field? Mm-hmm. That acknowledges that John can hear what Gazorp Field is saying, which is not in the spirit of the original Garfield.
No, that breaks canon.
Oh, speaking of which, those playing at home, you want a good time? Look up Garfield without Garfield. And it just makes John Arbuckle look even more depressing. Right. It's amazing. Just look it up, Garfield without Garfield. And also be sure to check out the wonderful original comics by Jim Davis.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I like me some Garfield.
They are some good stuff.
All right. I think you might know the answer to this one because we've discussed this before, but way before the show.
Go ahead.
How many Beethoven movies are there?
5?
There's 8.
8?
Yeah. There are 8 Beethoven movies.
Okay, I've seen the first 3.
Right. It's Beethoven... what is it? 1, 3.
1, 3.
Or sorry, 1, 2.
I know 2 had Chris Penn and Debbie Mazar in it. 3, I think, has Judd Nelson in it. It's like a road trip movie. I have no idea. I mean, I know they made a 4th, and 5 was just a guess. I had no idea they made 6, 7, and 8. Oh, maybe they made like a little Beethoven's movie.
Oh, here we go. We got 1, Beethoven's second. I get it. You know?
No, that was decent.
And then they went 3rd, 4th, and they were probably like, fuck it, like the 4th one was so bad, but we have to make a 5th because it's Beethoven's 5th.
Right.
So they did that, and then they gave up on that joke. They decided after 4 times it got old, and they went with Big Break, Christmas Adventure. It was in 2011, and then Jesus Christ, I'm illiterate.
Beethoven?
Yeah, I almost said Beethoven's Treasure Trail in 2014.
My God, that's pretty recent.
I've seen up to 3.
Really?
Maybe.
Wait,
is that the one where like the dog's at the party and it like gets all the people wet or whatever?
Something like
Someone's
that.
like spilling beers on.
Is Charles Grodin still in it?
I think so.
That's the last. That's 2. That's like the last one.
They named their daughter Rice. What kind of
Rice?
fucking name is that?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Rice. Weird name.
Good times, though. Talking some 90s.
Yes. So anyway, I'll give you a little bit more of a taste of 90s, sort of here. Alex, how many Parent Trap movies are there?
Okay, there's the 60s one. Mm-hmm. There's the Lindsay Lohan one. Mm-hmm. I feel like there might be a sequel in there. I'm going to guess 3.
There's 5.
Really?
There's the 1961 Parent Trap. There's Note that the next 3 sequels are all TV films. The Parent Trap 2 in 86. It's a long gap. Parent Trap 3. Then Parent Trap Hawaiian Honeymoon in 89. Actually, Parent Trap 3 and Hawaiian Honeymoon came out in the same fucking year, 89.
Wow.
And then, of course, The Parent Trap, starring Lindsay Lohan twice and Dennis Quaid in 1998.
Man, that was a good one. I was really wrapped up in that one when I was watching it.
Oh, yeah?
I was just into the story. Like Dennis...
Which one are they?
No, not that.
One?
I'm just talking about when Dennis Quaid's yelling at them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you understand that? And I nodded. So I was like, yeah, I got you.
Man, he's a that guy, but more, just a little bit more.
He's more like he's that guy who, well, I named a syndrome after him.
Dennis Quaid syndrome?
Dennis Quaid 2000 syndrome. Or it's like, you're a good actor, but man, sometimes you don't
get out of Day After Tomorrow, man.
Right. Because Parent Trap was probably the last pretty good thing he was in.
Yeah, he was in Yours, Mine, and Ours, which is let's just move on.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Oh,
okay,
boy.
so your next franchise is a good one.
Oh no.
How many? And I think they count this as one franchise. How many Primate sports films are there?
Primate, meaning like MVP?
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah, MVP movies.
Those are actually a spin-off of Air Bud, so those don't count.
They're an Air Bud spin-off?
Not directly, but it's by the same people.
No, we're not talking spin-offs. We're talking franchises.
Okay. So the MVP franchise. I'm just gonna go 4.
There's actually only 3.
Okay, so that was what I was thinking. I was on the right track.
I
know there's the first one, and there's a hockey one, right?
There's a hockey one. There is a what is it?
Is the hockey one the first one? No.
I think maybe. Hold on, let me check.
There's a hockey one in traditional 2000s, late 2000s, or early 2000s, late 90s fashion. There's a skating one.
Yeah, most vertical primate. Wow, bro.
God damn it. Oh, man. You can't write that shit.
And then, oh, wow, the third one has the worst title. MXP. Most extreme primate.
Is that a snowboarding one?
I think so. Let me check that. I'm pretty sure that's a...
Please be a snowboarding.
MXP. Primate.
Dear God.
That is... Yes, you guessed it.
It's a perfect trilogy.
It's just all about Mountain Dew, bro.
Oh, man. God damn, that's good.
What's up with this dude and, not playing baseball?
Yeah, we got to get a most...
soccer.
What would that be? Most,
I don't know. Well, maybe that was their problem. They're
we can't do it.
They're
ran out.
what are we supposed to do? It's well, we could keep it MVP if we made him vertical. And then by the third movie, they're just sitting in the fucking boardroom. Well, I don't understand what we're going to do. We have to change the letter. What if we change it to X?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're thinking.
Oh, man.
All right.
Good stuff.
All right, so yes, go on with your next one.
Alex, I'm going to test your knowledge here.
Go for it.
And you only have I'm going to give you a very limited amount of time for this. How many X-Men movies are there?
Oh, fuck. Okay, with limited amount of time. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit. 3 Wolverines. 2. Oh, fuck. I can't count it. This is such bullshit.
Just throw out a number.
Ah, damn it. 12?
Oh, 11.
Oh, no.
X-Men X2, Last Stand, Origins Wolverine, First Class Wolverine, The Wolverine, Days of Future Past, Deadpool, Apocalypse, Logan, Deadpool 2. 11.
Oh, damn it.
That's one of those that's
I blew it because there's 3 trilogies and then 2 Deadpool. Oh, I forgot
you blew it. You had your chance and you blew it. No, you were super close though, and that was me. That was cruel of me to do in a time constraint.
No, I mean rules are rules, even though there really aren't any rules about time constraints.
Right. All right.
That was a good one because off the top of my head, if someone asked, I'd be like, "Fuck if I know."
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't know.
That's the same with Marvel. I think the only reason I know it's 20 exactly is because Ant-Man. I don't know.
I mean, it's there's some Mission Impossible. There's 6 of them. Or
right.
Fast and the Furious. The fucking numbers are in the title. There's 8 of them.
And then there's sometimes ones where you have no clue, such as Swan Princess.
What the fuck is that? Oh, what is that?
You don't know Swan Princess is a cartoon?
Is that with two N's?
I don't know. Let me check.
Is it like the person's name? I don't know. I don't
Never
think I've
heard of it?
I don't know. I'm going to take a guess.
Isn't that the one with the song where it's like, this is my idea, this is my idea of fun?
Oh, yeah. No, I think I know it.
Is that the musical?
Sort of remember it.
They hate each other as kids, and then they like love each other.
Is there 6?
There's 8.
Fuck, man, damn it.
And interesting thing to note about the series is that it starts off in your regular 2D animation, and then it moved on eventually to CGI, which I thought was particularly strange.
Huh, interesting. So there's 8 of them. How?
Let me get a.
You gotta the list.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up the guide real quick, right?
Yeah, let's see. I don't even remember the fucking first Swan Princess movie.
You're missing out, dude.
Is it good? Like,
it's been forever. No, Sandlot.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah, no Sandlot puns intended, but
Jesus.
It has been a really long time. Okay, so we got 1. Oh man, they got all these crazy names too. Well, they gave up on 4. They're like, fuck it, let's just give it an easy name.
Oh,
It goes from
man.
Escape from Castle Mountain, The Mystery of the Enchanted Kingdom, and then the fourth one, like Christmas. Who cares? They just gave up on making it cool. A Royal Family Tale, Princess Tomorrow, Pirate Today. Oh, wow, that sounds exciting.
That's my favorite.
Whoa, she's taking a turn.
They got me there.
She's like, what if I just stopped bathing and, my teeth started falling out? That would be fun.
Pillaging.
Yeah,
Let's do
pillaging
it.
and plundering.
That's very regal.
Oh, and then this gets really crazy. She goes undercover, royally undercover.
Whoa, they're going the Fast and Furious route. These just get
So
better.
she's just getting drunk in her buggy.
Whoa.
They pull her over, and then they make her a snitch.
Yeah.
And then we got Royal Ms. with a Z. Turi.
Oh, Mystery. Interesting.
And that one came out. Yeah. Wow. That came out this year.
So let it be here. Swan Princess, alive and well.
Yeah. Well, there was a huge gap somewhere along the line. Because 94, and then, what the fuck? Why doesn't it say? Oh, sorry. 97, 98.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. It goes from 98 to 2012 is the Christmas.
Yeesh.
Which makes sense.
That's a huge jump.
It's a huge jump, and the lack of effort on the title, That's a we waited 12, that's a waited till 2012 to make another one effort.
Right. God almighty, that's pretty fucking wacky, man.
Because from 12, 14, 16, 17, 18.
Jesus.
Man, they just piled them on recently.
Well, shit.
I didn't even know there's a sequel to the first one.
Me fucking neither.
Yeah.
God damn. All right, then. Okay, well, your next one, Alex, how many Shaft movies are there?
Okay, I sort of looked this up recently. There are 4, including a remake.
Those are the theatrically released ones.
Oh, god damn it.
We gotta start getting rid of this rule because I'm just capitalizing on it like a fucking bastard.
No, if they were made and they count canonically.
Yeah, Shaft 1, 1971. Shaft's Big Score with an exclamation point, 72. Shaft in Africa in 73. Then the next are all TV movies. Shaft The Enforcers in 73. Shaft The Killing also in 73. Shaft Hit Run in 73. Shaft the Kidnapping, also in 73.
You're kidding me.
They made 4 sequels in the same year. Five sequels in the same year.
Were they full-length movies?
They're all full-length TV movies.
I swear to God.
Swear to Christ. Shaft Cop Killer in 74. Shaft the Capricorn Murders in 74. Shaft the Murder Machine in 1974 also.
Oh my God.
2000's Shaft, starring Sam Jack.
Jeez. So how many is that?
11.
Wow.
Can you believe that bullshit?
I can't. I honestly can't.
That's some fucked up stuff. I cannot even believe they did that to Shaft. They did Shaft wrong. Like,
I'm just amazed that they did that all in 1 year. I'm kind of impressed.
yeah,
What was it? Shot like a soap opera?
It
They
must
just hold
have.
up cue cards?
it must have been.
It's like, remember, in this scene, you're super fly, and you're trying to get some fucking information out of this turkey.
Right.
Like, okay.
Man.
All right, ready, action.
Oh, man. It's good stuff. But anyway, your turn.
I gotta see the first one. I will not see the 800 in the middle.
Yeah. Have you seen the remake?
Bits and pieces of it on TV.
Did you see Christian Bale in there a little bit?
No.
He's in there. Young Christian Bale.
I'll check that out. All right, so your next one. How many Ferngully films are there?
I'm going to go with my last guess and say 6.
There's only 2.
Oh, fuck. Well, you know what? Good.
Yeah, really.
Good on you. Good on you, Ferngully. Interesting. So I know, there's obviously Ferngully 1, which is a classic. And what's the second one? Ferngully 2?
The second one is Ferngully 2 Magical Rescue.
How further after?
And it's 1998, and it was direct to the video.
Okay, how further after? When was the first Ferngully?
Was that 90-something? 96? No.
I think it might have been 96. Maybe it was.
92.
94? Oh my God, wow. Jesus, that's older than me.
Good God, that was a good movie.
Good God, yes. It sure was. Yeah, good stuff.
Tim Curry.
Yeah, Tim Curry.
Christian Slater, Robin Williams. What a cast.
What a 90s cast. Right?
Jonathan Ward, don't know who that is. Samantha Mathis.
Oh, man. 90s cast extraordinaire. And Samantha Mathis, remember her from Super Mario Brothers movie?
No.
She was fucking...
Why would I remember
Daisy.
anyone besides John Leguizamo
Oh, you don't remember
and Bob Hoskins?
Dennis Hopper?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying. It's like, why would I...
She was the love interest. She was Princess Daisy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but...
Remember how Yoshi was in that movie for a good 2 seconds? Oh, by the way, here's Yoshi.
Yeah. And
just sits there.
Yeah, pretty much. And Toad.
The dinosaur.
Fucking Toad's in there.
What?
Toad's in there. You gotta look it up. It's bad. Oh, God, that fucking movie.
I just remember the part where they're sliding down the pipe and they're putting wrenches in it. You know?
I remember the part where Mario Bob Hoskins like goes through that weird like fungus zone and like it starts playing Guile's theme for some reason. You remember that?
No, that was an internet video.
I know, yes.
Friends at home, do you remember Mario Brothers?
Yes.
Do you have fond memories of it? Do you have any memories of it?
Did you like it as a kid? Admit it, you did. You fucking did. You saw it when you were like 4.
Or maybe you thought it sucked, and then you decided you liked it later.
Either way, it's pretty fucking bad, but good.
Yeah.
All right, well, who just went? You or me? Oh, you had Ferngully.
I asked you about Ferngully.
Okay, Alex, how many Dr. Dolittle movies are there?
God damn it. Like, 7?
5.
Oh,
There's
damn it.
5 of them. You've got the 98 Dr. Dolittle.
That's a good one to trick people, man.
And this is not including the original Dr. Dolittle franchise because it is different. Dr. Dolittle 2 in 01. Then the rest are all direct to video. Dr. Dolittle 3 in 06. Dr. Dolittle Tale to the Chief in 08. And then Dr. Dolittle $1 Million Mutts in 09.
It's just so weird how they just keep these so hidden from... Somehow these kind of stay hidden from the internet.
It was like Jingle All the Way 2.
What? When?
Yeah, with fucking Larry the Cable Guy.
I
or
don't...
like Kindergarten Cop 2 with fucking Dolph Lundgren.
No, the internet got a hold of that one.
Or like A Christmas Story 2. That one I did I show you that?
I feel like people are only aware of that after the fact.
Oh my word.
You know?
God no.
You know what I mean though? It's like there's certain ones that elude people at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's also in 2008 and 9, movie news it didn't spread like wildfire.
Yeah, there was no social media. At least it wasn't as
ubiquitous.
Yeah.
But in the last, I'd say 5 years, if any movie gets made and it eludes you, that's pretty crazy.
Right.
But somehow Swan Princess, that's eluded me.
I don't get it, man.
I feel like somebody would be talking about that on some trade somewhere.
Right.
They're like, yeah, in case you didn't know, this is still going. And by the way, it's CG now.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but that's that. Anyway, moving along. American Tail. How many?
3?
4.
Oh, okay. I know there's 1 and 2. I didn't know. Well, I know there's one in Fievel Goes West, which is the final acting role of James Stewart, I blueve. Did you know that?
Yeah, I think you mentioned that.
I did not know about 3 or 4.
And they had Don Bluth and Phil Nibelink directed. I don't know, whatever. Directed 1,
Okay.
and then Simon Wells directed 2, just solo apparently, and Larry Latham directed 3 and 4. So we've got.
They're just 3 and 4.
Yeah, well, it's American Tail.
Oh, okay.
Fievel Goes West.
Okay.
Treasure of Manhattan Island and Mystery of the Night Monster.
Fuck.
Yeah, but see, when I looked this up, I thought it was one of those ones where I had a feeling. I'm like, I thought there's just 2. I had a feeling there'd be more.
Wow, I'm shocked. You got me.
Yeah,
You done got me.
It's a tough one.
Wow. Okay. Well,
I gotta say, just while on the topic of this, that song in 1 is so goddamn bad.
which one? The Cats one?
Yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst animated musical song I think I might have ever heard.
I got to give it another look. It's been too
There are
long.
no cats in America, and the streets are made of cheese. Who have these fucking mice been talking to? Why would the streets be made of cheese? I don't care if this is a cartoon. That's just dumb.
Why would the moon be made of cheese, Alex?
Because the moon's far away, so it's like you can just make up whatever bullshit you want.
But America's far away from Poland. Where the fuck are they from?
I think
Czech Republic or
Russia?
some shit? I don't know.
Whatever. The point is, it's a dumb movie, and it's honestly kind of boring.
Oh, yeah? Man, I haven't seen it in a long fucking time.
I rewatched it, like, sort of recently. I wasn't digging it as much as I thought.
Yeah? Jeez.
It's like a not as good Secret of Nim.
Yeah, no, I can feel that. I've heard that comparison, too.
Yeah. All right, so what do you got?
Alex, how many Star Trek movies are there?
There are...
Take your time. There are a few. There are quite a few.
I thought we already used this one, but...
I don't think we did.
Okay.
At least I don't remember.
There's 13.
There are 13.
Yeah, because there's
Very
10.
good.
Dude, it's because Nemesis is 10, so it's easy. And then you just add on the 3.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah. See, I even gave you a breakdown, and as I remember...
That's an extra point.
That's an extra point.
Yes, that's a good one.
So, yeah, 3 recent ones, and then 10 of the original.
Damn. Nice.
All right. How many The Birds movies are there?
The Birds. Oh, man. 4?
There's actually only 2.
Oh, okay. Just the Birds and Birds 2 then?
Birds 2, apparently. It's amazing. The Birds 2 is I think it's one of the worst reviewed movies on IMDb.
Has it got Tippi Hedren in it still?
No, I don't think it has anyone.
Really?
Birds 2.
I know, if we're talking another interesting discussion, Alfred Hitchcock
The
remakes
Birds
and
2,
sequels.
Land's End.
Because I know all the Psycho sequels have Anthony Perkins in them, except for the remake.
Yeah. Okay, so the synopsis for part 2 is a biology teacher and a Somali Civil War veteran, Ted, and his wife and his children move to a summer house on an island after the death of their son. While there, a flock of birds start attacking individuals for no apparent reason. The town mayor denies the birds' role in the injuries, but is forced to believe after further incidents of violence by the birds.
Yikes.
So, Jaws?
Yeah, basically. Shitty town mayor, check.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Violent incident of animals?
Check.
And it's like, that was probably just the bite of a
That was a fluke.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, well, good one. You got me there. So what do I have left?
I never saw this one.
Which one? Birds?
Birds 2?
Oh, you've seen the Birds.
When did this come out? Birds 94. God.
My word.
They took a long ass time. And of course, made for TV.
Jesus. All right, well, Alex, how many American Pie movies are there?
Okay. Shit. Okay, so there's 4 in the main series. Beta House, Naked Mile, Book of Love. Fuck. I can't remember. Is it 9?
8.
Damn it.
Got American Pie in 99.
So it's the 4.
The 4.
Book of Love, Beta House, Naked Mile.
And Bandcamp.
Band Camp. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was close. You almost got it. You're scaring me there. You almost
I know.
named all of them, too. That would have been a double point value. But...
Well, no, yeah, technically, yes, because those are technically spin-offs.
Yes. True.
But they all have Eugene Levy, so I'd count them all as one series.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, that's some bullshit if MVP is part of Air Bud.
Oh, God, what a fucking weird... Oh, Jesus. But, okay, anyway. Okay, so I was going to say, did you give it to me or did I give it to you? But American Pie, go ahead.
All right, so for your final one, tell me, how many Poltergeist movies are there?
Oh, is it 5 including the remake?
It's actually 4 including the remake.
Damn it!
Yeah, we've come close a number of times.
Because I thought about it. I'm like, I know Sam Rockwell's in that shitty remake of Poltergeist.
Yeah.
And I know there's at least 2 sequels.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah,
it's weird, though. You always assume there's more. Mm-hmm. It's just a weird concept to think about. You've seen something, and somehow you've never heard anything about more content existing from spun out of a movie you've already seen.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. It's definitely... I know there's some curses. Where was it? Well, I know the original Poltergeist is cursed, but are like the sequels cursed
there was
too?
a bunch of scary shit. Like, I watched the documentary about that. Nah, dude, it's like creepy. A lot of bad shit happened.
Well, the one girl died of cancer. The other girl got killed by her boyfriend.
And, like, Zelda Rubinstein had all these creepy dreams. Mm-hmm. I think it was, like, her dog or something.
Jesus, God. Well, that's some spooky stuff.
Yeah, you got one more?
I do. Alex, how many Wolfman movies are there?
Oh, come on. That's like how many Dracula movies are there?
I'm talking about, like, the Universal Wolfman. Not, like, werewolf movies. Like, the Wolfman.
Oh, God. But then you have to count all the, like, Wolfman meets, like... You know, the President of Mars or whatever the fuck they made.
I'll give you a hint. There's not that many.
Is it 4?
There's 6.
Okay.
You have the original Wolfman in 41, Frankenstein meets Wolfman in 43, House of Frankenstein in 44, which is technically a Wolfman film as well. It's a it's a Frankenstein meets Wolfman sequel.
Okay.
House of Dracula, which is a Dracula movie, but it's a Wolfman movie technically too. 45, Abbott and Costello meet the Wolfman, Actually, no. Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein.
Okay,
because Wolfman is in there. And then the Wolfman remake in 2010.
by Captain America director Joe Johnston.
And October Sky director.
Oh, yeah. God, right? That's weird. What a badass.
Right?
Directing Captain America and October Sky.
Right. Good guy.
It's kind of weird. I see the similarities between Jake Gyllenhaal's character and Captain America now.
Really?
Like, kinda. They're just these wholesome, dorky, good Americans. You know? One just wants to make rockets, and one just does steroids and beats the shit out of dude named Red Skull.
Yeah.
And Hydra guys.
Oh, man. Good stuff.
Good fucking times, man.
Okay. Well, we had a lot of fucking ones. I don't know if you want to count that many. You want to call it a tie?
No, we're gonna count.
Oh, fuck. All right.
On second thought, I'm too lazy, so yay.
Yes, you win. Just take the fucking W.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I win.
I don't have the effort right now.
Yeah, neither do I. It's late, people. We're tired. All right. So I guess that does it for the game. All right, thanks again for listening to episode 22. Sorry if the game went a little long, but whatever. Anyway, you can continue to follow us and keep up with all our latest updates on Facebook. So again, just find us on our Facebook page at Bonus Features with Alex and Robert. And follow us on SoundCloud and subscribe on YouTube to hear our latest episodes.
Yes, thank you for listening, and be sure to check out those YouTube videos. Robert puts a little bit of effort into those. There's some funny bits in those, so...
That's right. Robert will always have some funny pictures to go along. So that's the bonus when you listen to Bonus Features.
The patented Bonus Features with Alex and Robert bonus.
Yes. When you go on YouTube, you get some fun pictures. So check those out. And thank you for listening. See you guys next time.
The Sandlot. Jack Bauer. Patrick Renna. Alf. Puppet technician and voice actor Paul Fusco. Kiefer Sutherland. Hamilton Porter. Alf. The Sandlot. 24.